Good morning, class. How's everyone doing today? Good. All right. Today, we are going to talk about what it means to compare and contrast. Comparing is things that are the same. When we compare two things, we're looking for things that are similar. Contrasting means different. And so I brought in a banana and a peach. And I want you to tell me how these two pieces of fruit are the same. I said one. They're both fruit. What else? You can eat both of them. That's right. And they both have like a skin, like a peel. Okay? All right, how are they different? They taste different. That's right. They're shaped different. One's round, one's kind of long. So I'm going to write the shape is different. That's right. Peaches have a pit. A banana doesn't. All right. We are going to be writing a comparing and contrasting essay where we compare and contrast two things. And having an organizer, a graphic organizer, and that just means something that we can see, helps us to organize our thoughts. So I'm going to give you an example of one with the peach and a banana, and we're going to do it together. So a Venn diagram has two circles. And what the two items have that are the same, that goes in the middle. And then the differences go here. Okay, so we're going to put peach and banana. All right, so we've really done all the work. We've already come up with everything. So the peach we're going to put is round, has a pit, tastes, let's see, how does a peach taste? Sweet, yes it does. A good one does. All right, okay, they're the same. We already did that. They're fruit. You can eat it. They both have skin. And now how is the banana different? It's long, does not, doesn't have a pit, and a banana's not really sweet. It can be. It just tastes different. And so if you were writing specifically about it, you would say how it tastes. So we're just going to put the taste is different. All right, so you can see how that organizes our thoughts. Okay? But we are not going to be writing about fruit, comparing and contrasting it. I gave you the survey on SurveyMonkey that you all did on the computer about sports. And it turns out most everybody has a high interest in sports. So our comparing and contrasting essay is going to be about sports. So to start us off, just thinking about different sports, I have a YouTube video to show you that is the all-time greatest moments in sports. And there's a lot of different sports that you'll see in the video. Okay, enjoy. That was great. Sports and what people have done is so inspiring, isn't it? All right, I hope that got your wheels turning. We are gonna practice making our own Venn diagram that has to do with sports. So I have a hula hoop, 2 hula hoops at every table group, and a huge sheets of paper. You're gonna have to get out of your seats and do this on the floor. So as a table group, you're gonna decide what 2 sports you wanna compare and contrast. You're gonna use the hula hoops to trace it. And then when you're all done, we're gonna share out with everyone's and put them around the room. Okay, go. All right, you did a great job, and it was so fun to see how passionate you were about some of the sports, and some of you have so much prior knowledge about sports you played when you were younger, sports that you're currently playing, just even interest from watching them on TV. So no 2 groups chose the same 2 combinations, which is great. And as we're sharing out, I want you to be looking at similarities in the Venn diagram and the differences and how they're labeled. And as part of it, when they're all done, you can help them come up with more ideas that we'll put on there, okay? You've already picked who's gonna be your spokesperson for the table group. You can have somebody else hold it for you. And all right, first group, come on up. Great job. And I love how the collaboration just made them all the better. And we'll put those up around the room. All right, well now you are ready to pick your very own 2 sports that you're gonna write about. So first thing that you're gonna do is some research so that you have some facts. In your notebooks, write down, I don't know, maybe some ideas like 5 or 10 different sports. Go ahead and make a list of what you already know. And then on the other side of that column, like a chart, I want you to do some research in finding out more things. Once you go ahead and do some research, you might change your mind and pick 2 other ones. So in a minute, everyone's gonna go on Spark 3000. You know how to put in your subject in the toolbox, and all kinds of articles, information is gonna come up. Take your notebooks, add to the list that you've already made, and this is gonna be your exit ticket today. You are going to choose which 2 things you want to compare and contrast. So number 1 on your exit ticket is to tell me what you've chosen. Number 2 on your exit ticket, after you've spent about 40 minutes doing the research, is going to be any further questions that you have, how I can help you. And tomorrow we're going to start the writing process. All right? Begin your research and have fun. All right, I was able to approve everyone's topics, and I've already met and conferenced with you about your questions individually, so everyone is good to go. Let me explain what you're gonna do today. So the first thing you're going to do today with the list that you've made and all the knowledge that you've gleaned from doing your research, you're going to make a Venn diagram today on your own of your 2 sports that you chose. I'm going to walk around, see how everyone's doing, and give you feedback on them. And when you're done, you can proceed right on to the writing. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about the writing. So you're going to have all your information on the Venn diagram, but putting it together in sentences is kind of a whole nother thing. So I have given you a word bank of words that will help you in your writing. However, that's a way that you can contrast 2 things, like they're the same in this, however, they're different in this. It's a good transition word. Similar, different, both, like, whereas, in similar fashion, and unlike. That will be a nice bank of words that can help you with getting started to write. I also wanted to go over the rubric of how this essay will be graded, what I'll be looking for. We are not at that point yet because we are going to be doing rough drafts. You haven't even started with the Venn diagram, so this is a little bit of a ways off into next week, but I want you to know the things I'm looking for so that before you even start, you can be on track. Okay, we have done rubrics before for writing, and this is similar to what you're used to. You will be scored 1 to 4, 4 being the best. And the things that the 4 different areas also that you're going to be scored on is clear ideas. Does it make sense? Does the reader know what you're talking about? Clear ideas. The second one is organization. And we've talked about this in other writing. Are you jumping all over, or is one thought leading into the other with good transitions? The next thing is style. That's your choice of words that you use, and sentence structure, and that's a third area I'm going to be looking at. The fourth area is on conventions. And conventions is kind of a fancy word for grammar. Are you writing in complete sentences, using proper ending marks? Are words spelled correctly? All of those things. So that gives you an idea of what I'm going to be looking for. I also made a chart that I'm going to hang up in the room, and it gives sentence frames. So there's some of you that might find this really helpful. And so instead of having to come up with a whole sentence, you're actually just filling it in. So let me just go over them for a minute to give you an idea. So let's say I'm going to be comparing soccer and hockey. So soccer and hockey are the same because they both, anybody? Score goals. That's right. In addition, they both, what could be something that's the same? Each goal is worth 1 point. So do you see how that kind of gives you an idea? They are different because One uses a soccer ball and one uses a hockey puck. When you first start out with a rough draft, I'm going to be walking around and assisting wherever I can. The word bank is going to be up along with the sentence frames, and we're just simply going to get started today. If all you finish is the Venn diagram, that's okay. I want to clear that anyway before you get started in the writing. Okay? Have fun.